Greetings. I come to you from the sanctuary of St. Andrew's United Methodist Church in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. I know that there are many of you who are out there watching this who deeply miss this place, and that's why I'm here today, because I wanted to give you some information about where we are, what we're doing, and hopefully where we're going in the future, in the near future, we hope. So first, I want to say thank you because there were 121 of you who responded to our survey. That was about half of the people we sent the survey to responded. And as far as surveys go, that's a pretty good response. So thank you for taking the time to share your thoughts with us. But let's get right to it then. Let's get to the first question, which was, how soon would you consider coming back to the church building for worship? Now, you might think that there was just one answer, but there were lots of answers for this question. About 25% of you said you were ready for in-person worship services as soon as possible. You would attend. But there was another 25% of you who said that they would wait until there was a safe COVID-19 vaccine before they thought about coming back to the church. So there was a wide range of answers and many, many reasons why people answered the way they did. But what we want everyone to know is you need to be comfortable before you come back. So let us kind of continue to share some of the information that we have so that we can make you as comfortable as you can be as you return to this place to worship. Now, there was a follow-up question about having an outdoor drive-in worship service, and if you would be interested in attending that. And the answers to that was about 50-50, half yes and half no. So the reopening committee considered very seriously and looked into what it would take to present a worship service outside while people were in their cars in the parking lot. And unfortunately, the cost just did not justify the response. So we decided not to go forward with that. Now, the next question was, when St. Andrew's United Methodist Church resumes worship services in the physical building, which form of service would you likely attend? And again, there was quite a variety of answers, but the online option continues to be very viable. So what we asked about how many people watched the worship service either every week or every other week in the past 6 weeks, and over half of those who responded said they were watching regularly. So we're grateful that we can continue to reach out in the name of Jesus Christ. We know it's not exactly the same as being in the sanctuary, but we are still in the presence of God, and that's what is most important. So our virtual service will continue on Facebook and on the website with the same dedication and quality we have become accustomed to over the past couple of months. Now, nearly 75% of you said that you were not interested in gathering in small groups to participate in the with the online worship service. So we decided not to pursue that option as well. And then there was the open-ended question at the end, which was very, very interesting because there were lots of responses. Most of all, it indicated that people wanted to be sure that proper safety precautions and measures would be implemented prior to and while we were in person worshiping, we were in the building worshiping. And many also responded that they expressed a concern for St. Andrew's senior population and did not want their attendance to pose any risk to those with underlying conditions or health issues. So overall, in all of those comments, the congregation of St. Andrew's expressed care and concern for each other at this time. That should be of no surprise to any of us. So what does that mean? So where are we? We want everyone to be assured that we will be taking every precaution to ensure everybody's safety and well-being. So I'm going to let you know a few things that we know are going to be in place. First of all, when you come to St. Andrew's to worship, you're going to have to wear a mask. Everyone will be asked and required to wear a mask at all times while they're in the building. A supply of masks will be available for those who forget theirs. And my friends, there will be no exceptions to the mask wearing rule. Everyone must wear a mask. Now, when you arrive at the church, greeters will be taking your temperature with a no-contact thermometer. There will be signs on the door encouraging those who are not feeling well to please visit when they are feeling better. The church will also be a no-contact area. No handshaking, no hugging. Even though it will feel strange and we will want to greet each other in the way that we are accustomed to, this will be a guideline that we will need to adhere to when we come back to the sanctuary to worship. You might be able to see over my shoulder, we have already started to mark the pews with a social distance grid. It will be marked so that up to 4 people from the same family will be able to sit together in a section. Ushers will guide the people to the next available open seating section to avoid moving in and out from other people's space. So that you know what that means. You have to sit where the usher asks you to sit, and that may not be the place that you're used to sitting. There won't be any printed bulletin handed out when you come into worship. The worship liturgy will continue to be projected on the screen at the front of the sanctuary, and a service outline will also be emailed to you towards the end of each week, so that if you would like to, you can print out the worship outline and bring it to the service with you. Offering plates will not be passed during the worship service. Offering plates will be positioned throughout the sanctuary, and folks will be encouraged to place their offering in a plate before they are seated. There will be hand sanitizing stations located throughout the building. Music will be a part of the service, but at this time, there will be no congregational singing, no choir singing. The goal for the worship service will be to last about 45 minutes, shorter than before, so that we are the less time in the room together. And when the service is over, the folks who are sitting on the right side of the sanctuary will leave via the old handicap door, and folks sitting on the left side will leave via the front door. This process will be helped along by the ushers to avoid bottlenecking as we leave the sanctuary. I know that this is a lot of information all at once, so we are producing a series of short informational videos to help you know what to expect as we transition back, and that transition will be smooth for everyone. So I want you to mark your calendar for October the 18th. That's a Sunday. We're going to meet at 10:30 in the morning outside, and we're going to have a socially distanced time of catching up. There will be apple cider donuts handed out to everyone, and it will also be an opportunity for you to get a flu shot. It's very important this year that we get the flu shot, so we want to offer that service again, and you will get more information if you're interested in that. Now, our current and rather fluid goal will be to return to the building for worship in early November. We believe that by that time, we'll be able to have all the necessary safety precautions in place, and we will be ready to just be together again. And we hope that things will have progressed so that we can meet and worship safely at that time. I know that this has been a difficult time with everything so up in the air and not being able to be in the one place that brings us not only comfort, but also connects us with God. So we can be thankful that God continues to connect with us wherever we are. And I pray that you'll remain well, that you'll always wear a mask, and that you'll keep a safe distance, and that you will look forward to the day very soon when we will be worshiping back at St. Andrews.